So hello, if you don't already know, welcome to Nolly's World of Productivity, where we celebrate entrepreneurs, we share ideas and give advice. Today, I'm happy to welcome someone who's very special to me. I consider him a brother, Carlins.
Hello, everyone. My name is Carlos Biename. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's well.
Awesome. So this is definitely the month for us of fitness and self-care. And one of the things that Carlins is a part of is building an upgrade. So can you please go ahead and talk a little bit more about your upgrade?
So pretty much being the upgrade is loving yourself. So loving yourself enough that you want to be the best version of yourself. Your body is your home. You know what I'm saying? It's not your house, it's not your car, it's not where your body is your home. That's where your essence lies, it's where it sits. The only reason why many of us are not getting what we want is because our bodies are not where they need to be. And so what I preach is just loving yourself and loving your body enough. So loving your body enough to work out, loving your body enough to eat the right things, loving your body enough to look at it because it's a machine. We're getting older. So as we get older, we got to take care of it. If we don't, we're going to have expectations of people looking at us and not realizing that the way that we look is not attracting who we really want to be or how we want to be or where we want to be at. So I just teach people as a life coach to upgrade yourself. And when you upgrade yourself, watch how the results around you upgrade.
I understand as a life coach, when you say a life coach, you talk about mental health, physical health, and just self-love and self-care in general. How did you start getting involved with doing that? Like, when did you realize that this is something that you want to do for yourself and for others?
I guess I really started realizing that after my divorce. But before then, I've always wanted to be either a coach or a counselor or a mentor. But a life coach is just somebody who just wants to see you transform your life. I can't do anything for you. I can't give you anything. All I can do is help you just think for yourself. Just take away the mental blocks in order for you to just proceed. Throughout my divorce, I had to go to therapy. And when I went to therapy, at first I was scared of it. As a Black man, we are scared of therapy. I don't know why. And I went to school. It's funny, I went to my bachelor's degree is in psychology. So after like the fourth session, I kind of realized what was really going on. And I realized it was just a self-evaluation, a conscious self-evaluation. And some people don't get to do that for themselves. So because I know how to do that, I just kind of break that in. And then once I do, you can either work with me or after one point, just you upgraded yourself and you just fly like an eagle.
You say you work with, is it people in your circle, people in your community? Like, who exactly do you target when you're, discussing these upgrades and discussing, self-love and self-care?
Well, I have a podcast called Be the Upgrade. It's on Spotify as well as on Anchor. I'm also creating a page on YouTube and on Patreon. But it's pretty much people who see me on Facebook, people who see me on Instagram. Other times it's conversations that I'm having with just random people as we're having a conversation. Depending on what I see, a lot of times people just come to me and we just start talking about relationships. And then when that comes in, I'll tell them about my experience. And then from there, as we'll talk, they'll start seeing, I guess, whatever's going on in their life. And then from there, it's like, I'll just pick up and then we'll just have a conversation. So it's pretty much anybody who comes my way. But it's a lot of people who are just kind of hit me up. And they don't know what's going on either. Because they're like, what is the upgrade? Like, what is Be the Upgrade? And I tell them, I can't tell you. Like, you have to experience it for yourself. And then once you do, then you tell me. And a friend of mine, he's working on my website and he was like, yo, what is it? And he was like, give me 5 words. And I was like, it's really hard. So I'm giving him like motivation, determination and stuff. And he's like, nah, what is it? So then we started talking about him. And I was like, listen, I'm gonna tell you about yourself. And I was like, you're a beta. And then he was like, what do you mean? And I was like, you're married, but you weigh over 300 pounds and you don't like yourself. I said, you're in certain situations. And as we spoke, at the end of the conversation, I was like, listen, I'm gonna do you a favor. I'm gonna send you one of my health kits just for you. I literally paid for it, send them the money for it, send them the kit. And I was like, I want you to upgrade. I want you to see yourself slimmer, because when you see yourself slimmer, your wife is gonna upgrade herself. When you see yourself, you've never seen yourself slimmer than what you are. You've never seen yourself, you know, wearing that jacket and walking outside looking good. You just always been that guy that's like, well, nobody likes me, and now that I'm married. Nah, even when you're married, your wife should sit there, and when you walk outside, other women should look at you and she should feel some type of way because her man look good. You know what I'm saying? So once he realized that, he was like, you know what? Now I know what the upgrade is. And I was like, yes, it's pretty much just you seeing yourself like you've never seen yourself before. So when you're seeing everybody getting these bodies and getting these, they've never seen themselves like that. But a lot of people are there. They're like, there's reasons why they're like getting hit to the game and going to the gym and working out. So it's not just working out, it's more mental too. You got to love yourself. And I told them, you have to love yourself. Forget everybody else. Forget your kids, forget your parents, forget your wife, forget everybody. If you don't love you and you don't love yourself, how you gonna love anybody else? How you gonna take care of somebody else? If you sick, if you feel and your mental health is, how you gonna take care of everybody else? So that's me as a life coach. And once people understand that, then they realize they're not hurting anybody else around them when they love themselves more. People will respect them more for loving themselves. And if they don't, leave them alone. They ain't for you. Too many people in the world to be sitting there leeched on to people that don't really love you.
Okay. So where do you think the upgrade starts? Does it start with fitness, going to the gym and taking, exercising and working out, or does it start with your mental state? Where does it begin to make this upgrade?
Well, it's always going to start with your mindset, right? So based on science, your brain is very lazy. Your brain doesn't like to do anything. It just wants to just kind of be lazy. It's your essence that kind of like pushes you to go forward and do stuff. When something is hard, your brain is like, nah, come sit here and just watch TV or play video games or not do this. When you want to work out, you know what I'm saying? You'll look at the weights, you know what I'm saying? You'll look at your gym clothes. You have to train your mindset first. Some people, they sleep in their gym clothes to wake up in the morning just to get out of the bed and go to the gym. You know what I'm saying? Like some people do different things. So your mindset has to be first. But then when it comes to fitness comes second, because once you start seeing your weight, once you start seeing that diminish, you start feeling better about yourself because other people start seeing you. You start feeling better because everybody wants the attention. Nobody's really sitting there like, yeah, I just want to be over here in the corner by myself. Even introverts don't want to be in the corner by themselves. They just want to figure out how to be known without doing all the work. I mean, I'm an introvert and by heart. I love to be by myself because I'm able to think. I'm able to self-reflect, evaluate. But then at the same time, I do love to be around people because I love to teach and I love to learn from people. So in being the introvert and sitting there watching everyone and observing, I'm able to sit there and say, hey, this is what I've observed from watching females, from watching males. This is how you upgrade. So like for males, I tell you, if you're a certain weight, lose some weight, like get your chest out. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll give you an example. So on Facebook, I had a picture about maybe 3 years ago. I was 260 pounds, 260. Okay. This is before I left New York. So I was huge. Right now I'm like 190. So I lost about a good, maybe 70 pounds or something. But I held on a picture for a purpose. And then I ended up putting a recent picture of me working out. As soon as I put that picture up, I'm getting DMs, I'm getting phone calls, text messages. Hey, Carlins, you looking good. Hey, Carlins, what's going on? Hey, Carlins. Then it became opportunities. Hey, Carlins, what's going on? Hey, and it was because they saw that it was a purpose and an upgrade to that. And that's what people have to understand. Once you start purposing and upgrading yourself, and once you start changing, people are going to start noticing that. You have to look a certain way. You have to carry yourself a certain way in order for you to then be looked at in a certain way. And once you upgrade yourself, your confidence is building, people will see that, whether male or female.
Absolutely. You say that, you know, when you're talking to someone about upgrading and being a new person, you give them basically like a self-help kit. So what would be expected in a kit when, you know, what do you give them for them to start their journey?
First thing I would tell them to do, I would give them certain books to read. Besides the book that I'm writing myself. And the reason for that is because there's always knowledge in other people in the work that they've done. People have spent years of their lives researching a certain topic, and then for the topic to make common sense to you, and then for you to use it purposefully, it works. So the first thing I would do is I would recommend certain books. Like, so for men, first book I would recommend is like No More Mr. Nice Guy. And the reason for that, and I'm not gonna lie, that book changed my life. I'm actually gonna write, that's the second book I'm writing. It's gonna be the Black version to that book. Because there are a lot of things that we miss. But that book kind of hit it on the nail. No More Mr. Nice Guy. The word nice, the etymology of the word nice, means ignorant. It means stupid. So when you are being nice to a woman, you are being ignorant to who she is. So in reality, when my mom or when women say, hey, like, be nice to women, it's kind of like she's saying, hey, be ignorant to the foolishness that we do and who we are. That's why you deal with a lot of men who they don't understand women and they don't know what's going on. Because somebody should have then taught you, or mom should have just said, hey, listen, women are emotional. They're going to do some stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, women can get a certain type of way. Just be careful and then, you know, be a man about what you do. Mean what you say and say what you mean. So a lot of these things we've missed in relationships, and we've missed with our parents teaching us. So in the conversations, I teach about the things that we've missed from our parents that we should have then been taught, and not to just say, hey, well, now I'm going to blame my parent. Nah, that's dead and gone. Just learn from what they did or did not do, and then from here apply those things. So with No More Mr. Nice Guy, it teaches you nice guys. Like, I was a nice guy at one point. I'm not nice. I'm kind. I'm gentle. I'm loving. I'm caring. I'm assertive. But I'm not nice. Because nice guys, we are Jekyll and Hydes. We're the nice guys, but then we're the liars, we're the cheaters, we're the manipulators. You know, we're, hey, everybody, but then behind closed doors, I'm screaming at you. I'm yelling at you. F you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm treating you all types of way, but outside, everything looks all peachy clean. You know what I'm saying? And I had to realize that that's not authentic. And in reality, I had to realize that nice guys don't get what they want. And I wasn't getting what I wanted. I wasn't getting the relationships that I wanted. I wasn't getting the communication. I wasn't even getting the things that I wanted. I wasn't being assertive enough. Like, I live by 4 principles. I live by more than 4, but I live by 4. It's in a book called The 4 Agreements. That's another one. I suggest everybody read it. I've read it like 6 times already. Number 1, be impeccable with your word. Do not lie to yourself. Do not sin against yourself. Because when you do, you complain, you argue, you fuss. Right now, I'm complaining about a situation that I'm in. Why? Because I'm not being I'm lying to myself, saying that I want to deal with this type of situation when I really don't. So when you decide to let go of certain things that you don't want to do yourself, you free yourself from obligations that you have nothing to do with. Number 2, don't take anything personal. Whatever somebody does, it's on their volition. Don't take it personal. You know what I'm saying? Like, the other day, a friend of mine called me, but I was with my daughter. So when they called back, they were like, yo, bro, you know what, man, I took it kind of personal that you didn't call. And I said, bro, why'd you take it personal? Like, I was with my daughter. And then once I explained that, he was like, oh. I said, well, before I explain that, you just don't know what I'm doing. I'm not trying to ignore you, because if I did, I wouldn't have called you back. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, don't take it personal. Instead, understand that if I did something to you, then you have all right to be mad at me. But if not, however somebody's coming at me, that's on you. I ain't gonna yell at you. I ain't gonna scream at you. Number three, don't make assumptions. I don't make any assumptions. I ask questions. I don't assume nothing. I ask questions. And then the fourth one is do your best. And it's not like do your best where you have the flu and you're trying to do your work. No. There's a place out here in Georgia called Stone Mountain. It's a monolith. It's pretty much this big rock. And one day I tried to go up the rock. My friends were up there already and I was late. So I ran up there in 15 minutes, but I didn't make it all the way up. When I got to the point that I got to, I looked up, I realized I was maybe 100 feet away from the top, but I really couldn't go anymore. So I looked back and I thought about it. I looked at the time and said, wait, I got up there in 15 minutes. I did my best. You know what? We'll do better tomorrow. And I actually did better the next day. So it was actually a booster for me where you're not pushing yourself outside your limit. You're pushing yourself within whatever you can do. And in that way, then it's kind of like you're giving yourself like little brownie points. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so that you can continue to move forward. Like you always want to reward yourself. So reward yourself by doing the best that you can at that moment and at that time, whatever it is. And so these 4 principles and the book actually helped me to understand more about even how I deal with other people and how other people look at me. And so that's why being the upgrade is so important, because it's about being you. Just be the upgrade. But VE is the definition means essence. So it's the essence of you. So you want to be the pure, rawest God form of you, whatever that looks like. You know, the reason why people love Cardi B so much is because she is the rawest form of her. And the reason why a lot of people secretly like her is because they want to be her and they can't. They can't really go out and say what they want to say. They can't really be like a Megan Thee Stallion and say what they really want to go say. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like they really can't. So when I started saying what I wanted to say, I started realizing people started respecting more like, oh, Carlos is just saying what you want to say. Because I've learned vocabulary means something. You know what I'm saying? Upgrading is just moving from the level that you were. You are always upgrading. There's never you're never stopping. You're always improving yourself day by day. If it's something small, it could be something that you want to do. It could be your sneaker collection. It could be your fitness. It could be your mental health. It could be how you get what you get. Is just you just upgrading. When I say it's life. It's mental. It's family, but it's pretty much about yourself. Because without you, nothing else exists. Nothing else matters. Nothing else. Everything else is going to keep on moving when you die. So might as well be the best you, leave a footprint, leave a mark.
In my previous video, where it's the couples in business, they did discuss how as they were getting together and building together, they were actually reading books and sharing books with each other and telling each other what to read so they can get a better understanding of each other. And that's pretty much how they grew their relationship. So it's very interesting that you also stated that that's one of the first steps you take in getting someone to understand themselves and to upgrade. I also know that on your website you have some products. I've seen you post, I guess it's a tea or a drink.
I have some right now actually with me.
Okay.
So right here's some ISO tea. So what this tea pretty much does is this tea is pretty much a detox. Okay. So the ingredients in there are natural to the point that you can read them. So normally what I tell people is if you can't read your ingredients, don't eat it. And if you can look it up and it's bad for you, don't eat it. This actually makes you use the bathroom. I ain't gonna lie, like you are going to the bathroom, but when you go to the bathroom, you are literally taking out the fat that's been stored in your belly. So there are different ways and it's different from just what you eat. You're literally taking out fat. Like you'll see like things that you've never seen in your stomach, and it's just fat that's just been stored. Most of your body weight is like 20 to 40 pounds of just gunk, just sitting right here. And it's been there for years, just sitting there. So this tea pretty much helps it out. There are different ways to use it. One way is like you can take it in an individual packet. So like some people will purchase like a small little bag, like this right here. They'll purchase these. So I sell these 5 for 20. Or you just get this, which pretty much I'll make a tea, which looks like this. So you get a gallon like this, and pretty much you'll drink 2 cups a day for a week. And this right here is brewed. So it's brewed for like 4 to 8 hours, and you put it back in here. And then, so you drink it for the week. You'll pretty much be in the bathroom.
If you're going to the bathroom, you can go to work while drinking this? I mean...
Yeah. I mean, you could go to work, but understand that, you know what I'm saying, like you'll be in the bathroom. So what some people do is some people do it based on time. So I've learned to take my tea in the middle of the night. So I take it right before I go to bed. I'll take it like at 7 o'clock. I won't eat. And then when I wake up in the morning, I'll have to use the bathroom. And then I use the bathroom the way that this makes me use the bathroom for the day. Another product to use, it's these right here called NRGs. So these are pretty much energy pills. So think about it like taking like a 5-hour energy drink, but this is all day. It also helps with suppression of food, metabolizing fat. It reduces hunger without the jitters or sudden energy burnout. It's actually pretty good. I take it every day with the tea. Another product that is a NutriBurst right here. So this right here is like taking 10 salads. This right here is it's 98% absorption rate. So it's like, when you take a pill, you got to wait for the pill to absorb, and then you don't even know how much you're really getting. This is just straight liquid. So 98 absorption. Again, it's like taking 10 salads. I've lost weight just by taking this. I wasn't even taking the tea. So I was taking this at one point, and that's how I had lost my weight. I had lost, I think I lost like 5 pounds in like a week just taking this. And I was working out heavy at that time. So then I started back with using this. So I take this every day with these. And this is a product that I just got, which I've been waiting for. This was out of stock for a while because everybody and their mama was getting this. This is called the Matrix. No, it was out of stock for like a good 2-3 months. And I was really upset. And then I called my friend because she had some, but then when it came on back order, I ended up buying one. This here's a Matrix. It's a meal replacement. It's 100% vegan. And what it is it's 21 grams of protein per serving. So you're talking about one of the highest grams of protein without having to add and mix in all these other variables and all these other amino acids and stuff. Everything in here is pretty much natural. It has high quality fiber. So I'm starting this tomorrow. So I can't even wait to take this, because then it's also a meal replacement. And so it stops you from wanting to eat the foods that you don't want to eat anymore. So a lot of the weight that I've lost has been due to these products. And also reshaping like how I started to look, because at one point in time I wasn't taking these and I was working out and I didn't see any results. And when I started taking them, I started noticing the shedding, and the shed at first started coming from up above. And then the last part is your belly. So I'm sitting there burning all this, my arms are sculpting, you can see it through my shirts and stuff. And then it started becoming here. So now it's like, here's where's the main focus. And then it's okay, so what are the workouts to then do? So these are the main products that I use. This right here tastes really good, using and selling the products as well. So you make money using it. So like, for instance, every time I buy this, like this right here, the value of it is 60. But every time that I buy it for myself, I make back 20. On top of that, anytime that somebody buys it from me, I make 20. So I really only paid $30 for it.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So in essence, like this, I think what is it, 40? I'm making back 20. So the teas, like these teas that you can make gallons in, I bought 25 of these. 25 cost 250.
Mm-hmm.
But then when you sell it for a certain price, you're making double that. So you not only consume the products, you also you be the product. So the only reason why I really hooked up with them is because this is a product that I can actually be the upgrade with. At one point in time, you really have to actually move. But like some people don't like physical pain. Some people don't like certain things. So like with working out, you don't really have to work out with the tea. If you just drink water and literally take these products, way to just flow. The workout is where you just wanted to tone up. But you could just use the products because it's just a detox, just dissolving all that fat, nasty stuff. But it's I ain't gonna lie, it helped me out a lot. Actually, this also helped with I suffered at one point. I had suffered from one point from I was suffering with depression, and so these right here kind of helped with it. So they kind of help with your energy. They help with your mood. Um, there's something in it that kind of helps you. Uh, it kind of helps your dopamine kind of switch on to, okay, look at the positive side of things and not just the negative. So I'm actually I ain't gonna lie, like these products actually work. I advise anybody to try them. I do give out samples. Just find me on Facebook. I'll send a sample for free. If not, people could either join, you know what I'm saying, or become just a regular customer. But if people just look online, you're going to see hundreds of transformations. You're going to see a lot of women doing it. So I'm actually working on doing one for men. I'm just researching, you know what I'm saying, like how other people are doing it, and then kind of,
Going that way.
do my own twist and vibe to it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I think it's awesome that you said that you use your product yourself, because a lot of times we see celebrities promoting things and we see all these commercials and we're not even sure if the person's actually using it themselves. So it's good to know that you're actually using it. You're using it on a daily, and you have the proof and the results to show the difference that it has made on you. But I also want to know, like, why do you think other men do not jump on this type of business? Because I see a lot of women posting, the teas, the weight trainers, the celery drink mix and the salt water flush. Like, why is it that there aren't men that's also getting into this business that I don't want to say they don't feel comfortable, or maybe they don't feel comfortable, like showing that they're using a weight loss tea, because I see more guys just doing fitness in the gym and things like that. So why is it that men aren't that prone to promoting this?
Um, I think a lot of them. I mean, there are some that I notice now who are really doing it, right? But you have to see the business side of it. So the business side of it is that you can make it into something. So understand that Be the Upgrade. I have a Be the Upgrade fitness page. I didn't start it yet. It's literally a Be the Upgrade Instagram page. That was the start. I had put something in motion. So I was just waiting for products to be delivered to me. And I was using these products then to be the product. And then people would then start buying them. But you have to then be that person. A lot of men don't see themselves outside of themselves because a lot of women don't care for how men look. One of the things that I realized, a lot of men who are in relationships, a lot of women don't tell their men, hey, go to the gym. And the reason why is because they realize that when they tell their man to go to the gym and their man starts looking good and looking better, and because y'all know what they look like when you got them. You had a certain type. He got, a little lazy, belly start coming out. He got comfortable. So you kept him that way because you understand that if he starts, getting a certain chest and start looking, women are going to start DMing him and stuff. So a lot of women just say, hey, stay in your lane. And the guys be like, all right, they don't really care because you going to still cook and clean and do whatever you're doing for them. Instead of encouraging them and saying, yo, listen, man, go to the gym. Like,
Okay,
No.
so
So a lot of guys, and then a lot of guys don't realize that their bodies are the byproduct of women. Women like men who have nice bodies.
this is true. This is true.
So
So you're trying to say that basically, and I'm just trying to clarify a little bit. Um,
good.
so you're basically saying that a lot of men do not promote these health drinks and things like that, or even going to the gym in general because they're not motivated, they don't have the encouragement, or they're just comfortable in their relationship.
Some of them are comfortable. Some of them it's self ego. Some of them they can't see themselves outside of themselves. They think like they're okay.
Okay.
Like I'm okay within my skin because again, you got to look at Biggie. Biggie said it best. Black, ugly as ever. However, I say Gucci down to the socks. Biggie knew I'm ugly, I'm big, but I got money. So a lot of guys know, if I got money, I ain't really got to work out. Now look at
Mm,
Rick Ross. Rick Ross got the money. Rick Ross was big. Now look at Rick Ross. Rick Ross lost the weight. When Rick Ross lost the weight, a lot more respect came towards his weight. Women changed the dynamic of women. It wasn't just like these flimsy women now became, I see what you're doing. You're bettering yourself. So now that you are, so he had to see that. A lot of people, when they start seeing their weight change, they start seeing that different people start approaching them. So a lot of guys a lot of men be like, if I just do this certain thing, I'd be all right. No, you have to have a certain look to yourself too. You have to hear and have to see what women are liking. If I'm sitting with a female and she's looking at the All Nah video, if she's looking at Ty Dolla Sign and she's licking her lips, then dude, you like men who look like Ty Dolla Sign. So I either have to, some way, somehow, I either have to now I have to figure out, is it his build? Is it his actual look? Is it the features? Like, what is it? And then if it's that, then okay, am I really gonna be that? Or like, what is it? Once you start realizing those things, then men start be like, all right, cool. Once you become yourself without being too socially awkward, things change. You just can't be socially awkward in your thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like women are gonna be like, okay, you look kind of crazy. Like you look kind of stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like one guy the other day was walking through the park with a shirt, literally with the whole globe on it, and some light blue pants on, blue shoes on, and all the women were just walking, just looking at him like, this guy looks stupid as hell. So it's like some people aren't looking at themselves and not realizing that you have to see what other people see about you, and then get the okay from them. And a lot of men think that they're okay with how they look. I'm okay.
mm,
I'm all right. No, I'm good. You know what I do? I get women's advice all the time. You see my hair? I don't tell my stylist to do this. My stylist just does it. She just knows what to do. I just sit in the chair. Do what you do. Whatever you gonna do, I know you're gonna make me look good. Just do it. Because you're seeing it from a woman's point of view, not from mine. Because I can sit there right now and say, put two little ponytails because I like it. And you know what I'm saying? I do what you want. But if she does it, every time she's done it so far, oh my God, Carlos, your hair looks so nice. Oh my God, you look so good. Well, thank you.
So
I let a woman decide.
it's powerful for you to say that, but I think a lot of people are afraid of criticism. They are afraid of like, you know, asking someone else, how do I look, or what do you see, or because people don't like criticism. So how would you help them to get over that so they can get to their best self? Exactly.
Well, first you have to look at examples, right? So like, and okay, a lot of things that I say sometimes, it sounds harsh, but it's really not. It's more like reality, just like we live in this reality and we have to realize it's there. Um, so like you look at somebody like Lizzo, right? Lizzo has self-confidence up the wazoo.
Yes, she
You
does.
can't tell her nothing. But at the
Mhm.
same time, when you look at her pictures and you look at the comments, you look at the likes and who's liking her pictures, it's not real men that's liking it. It's going to be women. It's going to be homosexual men. It's going to be feminine type men, but it's not going to be real men. So what did she start doing? She started realizing that she wasn't getting what she really wanted. So she started to lose the weight. Now she can tie it to, I'm doing it for other women. She's realizing that she's not getting what she really wants. So she had to do what? She had to start losing it. So I teach people like, You have to start looking at, you have to look at other people and then look at yourself. One female called me on the phone. I had a conversation and I said to her, she said, "Hey, Carlins, I'm 40 years old. And, you know, I'm like, I don't have, you know, like, I have a hard time with like getting men and stuff like that." So I'm like, "Listen, you know, I'm not a relationship guru or anything like that. I just kind of see things and kind of tell you what to do." She said, "Yeah." I said, "Okay." So I asked her just a couple questions, just simple questions. I said, "Is your Facebook and Instagram private or public?" She says, "They're private." So I said, "Who gonna see you? Who gonna see you? The people that know you. That's it. Nobody else is gonna see you." So I said, "Your page has to be open." Now, mind you, because I knew her, I knew, like, I was already one of her friends, scrolling through her page. So I'm scrolling through her page. I'm looking at her Man Crush Mondays. All types of men. Thor, Morris Chestnut, every different race. So I'm like, "Okay, sweetie." So I said, "What type of man do you want? Like black, white, Spanish?" She was like, "I want a black man." "Oh, you want a black man, but your last two men were white." "Okay, no problem." So no problem. "Okay." I said, "Well, you got to take those down." And then I was like, the next thing I want you to do, I was like, I noticed that when I'm scrolling through your pictures, that I only see facial shots. So a man is very visual. So I see a couple of like bodies here and there, but I don't see anything. And then with your facial shot, it's not like anything that a man's gonna pop out and be like, you know what I'm saying, it's something that I want. So I said, what I want you to do is I want you to go to the mall or something, or find a friend who can beat up your face and find 10 outfits. I want you to take pictures in those 10 outfits. Then I want you to, then every week for 5 weeks, take 2 pictures and post them up, 2 a week. She said, "Why?" I said, "Because you are now going to rebrand yourself." And I said, "In rebranding yourself, you're not going to get more attention." I said, "If you're posting pictures at 40 years old with filters," I said, "you're not going to get that many likes, because women don't like women that's posting filters. Do you see these other women posting filters?" So then she was like, "Okay." She pretty much changed it. She pretty much changed it. And after she did, she told me how she was getting more likes. You know, 2 or 3 more guys started reaching out and stuff. I said, "Okay." I said, "Because you're putting yourself out there." I said, you have to make yourself available to somebody who you like." I said, "You're going to post up these Man Crush Mondays and don't even know the women that they like.
Mm.
Then you're going to sit there and post up men who, most of the men who would approach you don't even look like them. And those men who look like that won't even approach you because you're not even their type." So I said, you have to now become, I said, "Why do you think these women are going to the gym? Why do you think women are sitting there getting plastic surgery and shit?" They're doing it because a lot of women know what men really want. So they're going to go. I said, "Look at Little Kim." Like, Little Kim changed. Back then, what was the body type back then? Aaliyah, T-Boz, slim, slender.
Yep.
Then Little Kim, slim, slender. Then you had, out of nowhere, boom, Nicki Minaj. Even though Nicki Minaj was slim back then, she you know, she had to get the plastic surgery or whatever. But now this was in. So now what a woman started doing? Getting all this. Like I teach men and women different things. Like women, I teach with women, men after 5 years, body types change. So like we don't really get it. We don't have a body type. We have a body range. So it's like you have to like look at the times and see how men change. Men, we just have to see what you guys like and then do that. But for y'all things don't change. You want the car, you want the money, you want the house. So that doesn't change. All right, you want a man who looks good, car, money, house, and somebody who's assertive. For y'all, we have to.
I think it's dependable. I think it's more dependable. You know, if you have the car, the money, in the house, we know that you're somebody we could probably depend on in hard times. So.
No. Well, okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. It's not really, I mean, I get that. I mean, most women, you know, I get what you're saying. Like, yeah, we look for this, and this, but there are a lot of women that get with guys that have nothing because they know that they're the type of guy that if they work for it, they will have something. You know what I mean? And then I can depend on you. So it's a bit of a
See, but
range as well.
with that, y'all don't date potential. Y'all date, y'all don't like potential doesn't last long. Because if potential lasts long, then women and men have different time frames. Women want stuff right now, today. I want it right now. Let's get married today, right now. Put on the ring finger. The man's like, listen, we don't take some time here, just because our clocks are different. So your biological clock is way different than mine. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when y'all realize that, it's y'all, and then y'all move different than we do. So in moving different, like I had to understand that y'all are calculated about the men that y'all deal with.
Yes.
You
Women
see
are
us,
calculated. Yes.
y'all are very, and it depends on if the man catches on to the hint or not, whether or not he can get it, whether or not he can be with you, whether or not he can kind of be like, I now have a chance to pursue something. You know what I'm saying? So like all this stuff comes with how you upgrade yourself, because somebody's gonna give you that female is gonna kind of like show you, hey, like I'm interested. In return, that guy's gonna show you, hey, I'm interested. It just depends on the type of dudes and the type of females that you know what I'm saying, that you just deal with.
Absolutely. Okay. I'm happy you talked to you. I have to admit, this conversation has definitely opened my eyes to many different areas as far as relationship communication, how you perceive how men see things, and how women might see things, and definitely like that. So that's pretty awesome. And I do see that you have products that are working for you and things like that. So that's pretty good as well. So if someone wanted to, I don't know, start working with you, just start getting involved with the products that you have, right? Because obviously this is a conversation a lot wider than just, your mental state, or, it's an overall conversation of how everything has to come together for this person for them to meet their goal. So if someone wanted to start, what would be a starting point? Where would be the base be with like getting the products and then becoming consistent with using it, as well as developing their mind and their body?
First thing I would say is find me on Facebook, Carlin's BNMA. DM me. As soon as you do, it depends on which products you want to get. Straight ship it to you. Once we do that, once you get your products, we'll then develop a plan for you to become consistent. So I end up becoming your accountability partner. So in
Okay.
doing that, it becomes a point of, okay, we're using these products, we're doing this. You are, and mind you, it's a betterment of yourself. So then I'm also going to teach you, as in you using it, you become the product, you're not making more money for yourself. Then that becomes your mental state. Okay, how are you going to go about every day dealing with what you're dealing with? So now when I become the life coach, now it depends on how long you want my services for. So it can be 3 months, it can be a year, you know what I'm saying? It could be 6. It just depends on you, because some people can wake up and be like, all right, I got it in 3 months, you know what I'm saying? But it's like a minimum of 3 months would have to be made, just so that we can kind of get the progress and you can kind of see, hey, like this is what's going on. Because a lot of it, sometimes people can't get through the mental unless the physical comes first. And some people can't get, and some people, they have to see it and be like, oh man, this stuff is really working. And I man, it's, while other people see the mental first and be like, all right, listen, man, I know if I do these 20 push-ups, I can feel it and then I can see it, but it's going to take time. So it's just a matter of, I treat everybody accordingly. So each person is different. So I don't treat everybody the same. Everybody who comes to me, your life is different. So I'm all entangled and involved in your life. It's all about life experiences. So then I teach you about my experiences that others had, and then kind of just let you see it, like there's the easy way, the red pill, and then there's the hard way. And I've taken this pill too many times. So it's like no more times. So like, that's why I say it's an experience. Once I get you, it's more of like, I'm engulfed in your whole life. I just want, and it's not like I'm taking like a whole bunch of people either. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll work with a select few people who are serious. Like, you got to be serious.
And I love the fact that you are going to personally take on the challenge, and it is a challenge of taking care of this person and making sure they get themselves to where they need to be. So that's awesome in itself. Like, you're all in it, you're one-on-one. And I know you have a podcast, so I'm pretty sure that a part of the process of them understanding things is, you know, you going through the process of even speaking through to them through your podcast. You have a couple of segments, so just if you could just list off some of the things that you do talk about for the mental state and upgrading yourself mentally.
One of the conversations I had, it was called Monogamous Son Syndrome. Monogamous Son Syndrome. And so what it pretty much is the reason why there are a lot of males right now, and I distinguish males from men, the reason why there are a lot of males right now, or there are a lot of females right now who are upset at men or males, and you know they're not men, is because a lot of males were raised by single mothers. And in being raised by single mothers, there are things that mothers cannot teach males. So your father is supposed to teach you how to navigate through women's emotions. And your mom is supposed to teach you how women are emotional and how they use their emotions to get what they want. So in doing these natural things, I was then teaching men, like, that's the reason. I was teaching women that that's the reason why men they have a pattern of doing things. So like with me, because I had an issue with my mom and my dad wasn't there to curb whatever happened, I would go and I would run to my cousins and I'd run to my aunts and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So these are things. Another one is why she doesn't like you, bro. And it just talks about how women are attracted to certain things, and the things that women are attracted to, or the things that they admire from a man, or the things that she really wants. And if you understand those things, then you'll be able to see them and figure them out. So it's like I'm talking to man and men code, but women can pick up and understand and be like, okay, I get it. Women are emotionally driven. It's my emotions come out first, whatever, blah, 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 blah. And then you're gonna go sit back and think about it, and then you're gonna come back and be like, oh, okay, all right, got it. So these are the things that I talk about in the podcast, just so that you can upgrade yourself. It's just, I tell you about my experiences and what I went through, so that then if you see yourself in that light, or if you've been through those things, here's how to come out of them. And you don't want to repeat these same things over and over again.
If I wanted to start, and let's say I didn't want the life coach aspect of it, and I just wanted to, you know, see if the product would work for me as far as like if I feel a difference, because I know a lot of people do like the salt water flush and they wait for that to work first before they go to the gym or whatever the case may be. And I just like order the product from you and just be like, listen, I'm not into the life coach situation, at least not right now. I just want to test out maybe the drink or the tea, you know, and see how that works for me. How would that go? How would that work? Is that something that they can do separately and just start on their own? Or is it one of those things where like, no, you know, you really need to do the life coaching part as well?
What I would do is I would send email, phone number, address, real name, DM me. I'll send you a sample. After the sample, I'll call you. Once you get the sample, tell me how it works. If you see results, then from there, I would just tell you which products to use to become a customer. That way, then you'll keep on seeing the results. And then there's also different ways. Like I'll send you a sample and then some more. So like if you're in Atlanta, it's easier for me to get to you. So I can give you more stuff. If you're somewhere else and I send you a sample, then I would tell you what to do with that sample. So like I would tell you just to drink water with your sample. But if you were here in Atlanta, I would literally like give you an extra bottle of tea.
Well, I have to admit, it was definitely a pleasure, and all his information will be below, the link to his webpage, the link to his Instagram, And I think the link to his direct contact as well will be below there. Don't forget to subscribe so you can also get more information on progress, growth, and just how to become an entrepreneur yourself. Thank you for coming along. And once again, thank you, Carlin, for being here. It was definitely a pleasure. All right. Thank you for being part of Knowledge Over Productivity. Bye.
Thank you.